Hi, Mike Petrie here at Carleton Ford. Welcome back. This is our 2010 series on the intro of our vehicles and walk-arounds. And you know what? I'm super excited because we're going to start off with my favorite car. I'm telling you, it's the return of the Taurus. Just a fabulous, amazing car. Wait till I do the walk-around on this. You're going to be so impressed. All right, so without further delay, let's start with our 2010 Taurus. First of all, look at the front end of this. This is the sculptured front end of the Taurus this year. Is absolutely wonderful. It's got a personality of its own, just a wonderful car. The way it's rounded off and everything else. Now they're available in all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive. They're the 3.5 liter V6. Also available is the SHO or the show, call it what you will. It's a 365 horsepower beast that's just unbelievable as far as power. Faster than the Mustang GT, right? 365 horse, unbelievable. Okay, so I've chosen the 2010 limited edition all-wheel drive Taurus to show you because I just fell in love with it, and this happens to be my demo. So 19-inch chrome wheels. I mean, look at the beautiful wheels, completely redesigned. I've never seen this with Ford. Just a gorgeous wheel that they have with a center cap with the Ford. They have the embedded logos here on the side. Something that's different that you may not recognize is because the car has bliss, and it has radars, and it has just all these features that are just unbelievable. But right where the center is of the rear view mirror, there's a box that's encased there, and it's a radar that determines the speed between vehicles as you're traveling. Here, let me explain a little further. So you set this thing on 100 km/h cruise control, and the guy in front of you decides that he's going to go 80, your car slows down automatically. So you preset the determined rate of speed that you want, but it'll follow the guy until he speeds up or gets out of your way, and then the car will just accelerate to the preset miles per hour or kilometers per hour that you already set. So that's one of the features that is great. Now think about that. It's great for fog, heavy rains. When you're following somebody you can't really see, the car sees for you. It has radar. Unbelievable feature, just new this year. As well, just the overall appearance of the car. If you look at it from the side, the dimensions, it's got low profile windows here, but you know, contrary to what you may think, when you sit inside, the visibility is unbelievable on this car. As well, in the side view mirrors here, we have the bliss system, which gives you, it tells you if cars are coming up behind you in the blind spot. There's two cars here, and it shows a yellow bleeping light. If you're backing out between two cars, like in your parking lot, you have two cars on either side of you, and you can't see whether there's something coming from the left or from the right, this will see it for you and tell you from this mirror or that mirror that something is coming. The back of it, look at the back. Now how different is this? It has the reverse sensors, and they're incognito. They're hidden in the bumper now, the reverse sensors, so you can't even tell that they're there. I'll give you a glimpse of the trunk. The trunk is gigantic. It's just great feature on the trunk. I'll open this up for you. Look at the size of that trunk. I only have one golf bag in there because I went there this morning, but how many more do you think you can get in there? 4? So as we further go on, it's got the push-out gas cap with, again, no filler cap. So that's a new design from Ford. We saw that last year in the 09 models on the F-150s. Now, I'm going to tell you some features about it and technology of this car. Now, well, before we do, I'm going to show you something about the tail lights. Or the headlights, I should say. The aerodynamic design of them, they're super bright. They're not very big, but believe me, they are bright. And down here we have an LED arrangement of lights. It's just a thin bar, but it puts out an amazing amount of light at night. And I'll show you, I'll try to light it up for you, even though it's daylight. I'm sure we can see it. See, now it's on. Just a series of LED lights. I just think it's the sharpest looking thing I've ever seen. And then that's off, and then that's on again. What a gorgeous little feature that they've added to this car. Again, just for the overall look. Look at the beefy front look on this vehicle. It's just demands eye attention. It's just gorgeous. I just love it. I just love this car. So again, we have the no keys. The keys are no longer on the Taurus. It has the entry as long as it's a fob that you hold on to. As long as it's in you or on yourself in the pocket. What you do is when you walk up to the car, you simply slide your finger down the numericals and it unlocks the door for you. Now this numerical pad is called an invisible pad because once it goes out and the light goes out, it's virtually invisible because you don't see it. So just by sliding the finger, it opens up the car. Then when you get into the car, all you simply do is put your foot on the brake and push the engine start button, and it starts the vehicle. So again, I haven't touched any keys or anything. I'm able to get into the car, access the car, or turn the engine on, get out and lock the car, all without having to use any keys at all. This is just a neat feature that I've never seen before. I've only heard about them on the more expensive Ferrari type sports cars and this type of thing, and this paddle shifting. So I have a right one and a left one, a right one and a left one, and the only reason there's two of them is because some people prefer to do it with their left hand as opposed to their right hand. So on the transmission we have from park to reverse, to neutral, to drive, and then M for manual, and then number 1 shows up underneath because we're in first gear. So as you drive away, you go from first and then paddle to second, paddle to third, and paddle to fourth, and then downshift with your thumb. I mean, how amazing is that? It's like Triptronic transmission, but done at the steering column with paddles. I mean, I just think it's phenomenal. Now you don't have to use that. You can simply put it in drive, and then the car runs as it normally does. But it's just an added feature for those of you who may want to have some fun with it. There's no clutch, by the way. It's an automatic with paddle shifters. Other things to talk about, on the inside of the limited all-wheel drive Taurus that I'm sitting in, it has the power seat arrangement, but also it has heated seats. It has air-conditioned seats for both the front and the rear of the vehicle, which is kind of neat. I've never had that before in the rear, but now you do. And it has a button here, and when I click it, all of a sudden starts to massage your back from the bottom all the way up and then back down. And it just kind of rolls up your back and then down again. It's simply amazing. And if I touch the other side, it'll do the same thing with your leg. First one leg, then roll over to the other leg and massage. And when you're driving, it's just an incredible feeling. That's a pretty nice feature. All right, so there's the 2010 Taurus. Impressive car, isn't it? Now, don't forget about the Bliss. The Bliss is new technology this year that's available in many of the Ford cars, the Taurus, the Fusion. The Bliss by the way, stands for Blind Spot Information System, which is the latest technology in helping you. It's all radar-based. You know, the technology's been out, but now it's involved in these cars, which is just great. Again, the 2010 Taurus, come and see it here at Carleton Ford.